Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to New Lands. Well, to a new Lands. I did restart it just to try to figure out what the issue was because I couldn't quite figure it out, but when I was rebuilding this, I think I found the answer to it, and unfortunately I had already removed the previous save. Stupid me. I think it was just more frustrated because I couldn't figure it out, and yeah. And the reason why we're in this screen is because I wanted to inform you guys what I found, at least on this map. I've used this mod on a couple other maps. I think it was this one, if not one that's very similar. The one we're looking at is the American Wind Turbine by, what's his name? Bob S, I think, 1160 Rockhound. And what it is this. When I planted it, I saw the light. It was in the middle of the day. I saw the extra light. And when I was turning it, I saw it was moving around. I didn't really think it was going to be that big of an issue, but it is. Because as you turn this, for whatever reason, there's an extra light associated with it, and I don't know why. So yeah. Be careful when using this mod on any map. I don't know if it's just an issue on this particular map or if it's on others. Again, I wanted to let you guys know. So with that being said, you know, we're going to use that for the light. Because this is our new setup right now. Very similar to what we had before, where we have this road coming down through here. And then our little road coming down to our farm. So I did change things up. I wanted to use this as an opportunity as we have one of our helpers out in the field doing rock picking right now. Just to kind of improve things a little bit. I kind of like the way I had things previously, but I still wanted a little bit of a change. Now, if you guys want me to change things kind of similar to the way I had it before, let me know. Actually, you know what? Instead of that, let's see if this will work. Hey, there we go. So this is the construction light that I just activated, where you have this kind of light all the time, because as you can see, the skies will still cycle through, but you still have light to do your construction work. So right now we have our gas pump here, and we have a DEF pump here. And the way I'm treating this is we have it pulled back because we actually buried a diesel tank and a DEF tank. So this allows us to have that capability to fill up our tanks and whatnot. I don't know if I actually have any vehicles at the moment requiring DEF. Maybe one. But that was just kind of as a precursor to whatever we may get into down the road. Now, you may think that with the way I have plowed the fields up as close to the farm as possible, that it's going to hinder any expansion. That's where you're wrong, because as we expand our farm, we're going to be gaining more properties. We're going to be, you know, building and creating more fields, additional fields. So the idea is that if we need to kind of carve out and take part of a field back to its original self, you know, back to grasslands, for example, we can do that because we'll have, you know, we might own this over here and we may have farmland over here, for example. I haven't changed what we own per se as far as the farmland. We own the same amount of farmland as we did in the previous save. Still have our same trailer right now, but we ended up spending a little bit more money to have 2 different sheds built and an extra silo built. So we also, with the leftover materials, we ended up building these 2 here for seed, fertilizer, lime, herbicide, whatever. That's where we are going to store it, so we don't have to worry about storing it in the sheds. And we moved our beehive. So we have our beehive out here, kind of away from all this, so we're not going to disturb them as much. They're not going to disturb us. Like I said, we have 2 silos now instead of just the one, because my thinking is we're going to put one field in one silo, the other field in the other silo. I still need to invest in a grain auger, but considering we don't have anything planted, I don't need to worry about that at the moment. So we have a lot of the usual stuff. We have a couple new different... Let me get out of here. Well, that's the farm hall that I believe we had before. Little different configuration because this one is not the tricycle style. I had to figure out where I was at it for a second there. Run across the fields here. I could have tabbed over, but yeah. Where is... Oh, that's to close the door. There are lights in here. Where's the switch? Is it over here? Yeah, there it is. You don't want to turn on for me, do you? Ah, we gotta be in the right spot. Oop. And it's like very close to where you activate that door. Alright, so now we got lights. We have a John Deere 8410. And we also have our workbench in here so we can do our basic work on our tractors. We do have our little 445 with all of the trailer and accessories and all of that. I think this thing's going to be great, especially if we're going to be using it to deal with chickens and all that fun stuff. This guy, I believe I've talked about in some of the other maps, but I came across this. Oh, Tahiti County, I know for certain, is one that I don't know if I showed off just yet. But this is one that I believe is going to... So far, it has worked out great in terms of being able to use it like a mowing tractor. Again, this one has a bigger bucket than our actual yard mower. So we can use this to maneuver things around, manure, seed, what have you. And then, of course, I saw this 7810 and thought, why not? This thing just screams, you know, the tractors that I always love and to see and whatnot. And yeah, I realize it's not four-wheel drive because we just have the little wheels on the front, but we don't need everything to be four-wheel drive. That's where this big beast comes into play here. So yeah, we are kind of leaning more John Deere heavy. I don't know why the lights are giving me issues, but they are. This is our wash bay here. This is right now where we can basically our honey, whenever it starts populating, this is where it's going to spawn, and then this building here actually is designed to sell it. Whatever populates in there, it will sell it. I just need to make sure I have everything activated properly for that. As far as our seeder goes, we didn't have one on our last playthrough or our last start because we're going to focus more on grass. I still may do that, but I decided to go with the Momentum 24F. And this thing basically will plant everything. Let me get to the right screen here. So as you can see here, this will plant everything that at least I would want to, even grass. So it's going to benefit us because we can also do, I think I have it set up for solid. Yeah, we have the solid tank on there. If I wanted to, I could put a liquid tank. But right now we're going to run solid. And this is our harrow, or, well, yeah, cultivator. And then our fertilizer spreader, our lime spreader. Our plow is sitting out here. Basically going to only use it once or twice a year. Well, once a year if at the very least. Well, actually at the very least it might be once every 2, maybe 3 years, but we'll see. Whenever we test soil and it kind of recommends it. So with this being a newer playthrough, we have already collected all the recyclable materials on this trailer, and we have things ready to go. Only thing, for whatever reason, it won't throw a strap over those, but oh well. If they go flying, they go flying. But as you can see here, we have all the boards, the mattress, all the extra tires, boxes, what have you. We're all ready to go. So we're gonna run down to... I forgot that the headlights on this thing aren't near as good as they should be. So we may end up swapping out this truck for a different one. But this is the nighttime that it's supposed to be, not what we were dealing with previously. Oh yeah, I can't see squat. We're gonna get to town. Since we're gonna be over on that side anyway, we're gonna go over there and trade this in for something else. As much as I like the look of this truck, it doesn't help when the lights on the freaking trailer are what the ones on the front of the truck are supposed to be like. I'll see you guys over there. I'm not going to put you through this because I can barely see myself. And I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of crash counters. A lot of crashes. If I'm not careful. Or maybe I'll bury myself in the dirt of my field. I don't know which. Alright, so we just got done unloading. And I'll take all that crap in that container and take it out to get recycled somewhere. And I just couldn't. I went ahead and upgraded before we even got up here. Got a nice Chevy Silverado here. This is my next choice usually. The reason I like the other one is the back and the cab are all one. This is two pieces. So like I can disconnect it like that and drive off and leave the trailer still there attached to it. But yeah, I do like this just as much though. It's got more options. The only thing it doesn't have that I'm aware of is a plow mount. At least I didn't think it did. I'll put it that way. But very basic, as we run over some signs. We took some out on the way up here too. Very basic. You can actually see with headlights, even in this view. It's a lot better than the other one. Downside is the trailer lights turn on the moment you turn anything on the truck. Doesn't matter the vehicle. Hey, the train's not stuck today. I just saw it go by. So, let's head back to the farm, see where our helper's at, and I'll probably catch up with you in the morning. Alright, so we are back here. It's a little after 7 this morning. I have Paul out there working on the cultivator, getting these fields ready to go. We've already gone through and rock pick. They don't look too bad. I just want to make sure we do that final stage and that they are truly ready to go for us with this brand new seeder, because I don't want anything to get mixed up or messed up, you know, clogged, whatnot. So I want to make sure that our fields are in the best condition we possibly can have them in. So we're going to actually be planting 2 different crops today. First one being grass, which is going to go in the big field. Why the big field? Because it's going to be treated as a cover crop, and I should be able to get 1, maybe 2 rounds of cutting off of it before we change it over to soybeans. And soybeans. And then this one we are going to do in canola. Where's that cat? There it is. So canola we can do up until the end of September to plants, which means it's going to put us in August time frame to harvest. At which point I may decide to switch this one over to grass as well, so we can get into like soybeans or corn or there's corn or sunflowers. But I also may just keep it as, you know, canola, wheat, barley, oats type of thing. But we'll see when we get to that point. That's still like a year or 2 out. So I'm just kind of going through and making sure everything is, you you know, the way it's supposed to be. Hoses are all in place, nothing popped out on transit, nothing's loose on these wheels. Closers all look like they should be set up right. We've already gone through the front side with the openers and everything. So we're just making sure that everything on this side is good. It should be, it's a brand new seater. So, and I'm also, because we do have it down, we're going to be making sure that everything is level. We don't need to do any adjusting in that regard as well. And yes, I am able to do everything when it's down because, well, I can. We have already filled this up. Stupid ladder. Get up over that. We have already filled up seeds and fertilizer. So we are all good to go there. This is the way this guy looks unfolded. Again, this is the smaller of like the 3 or 4 seeders in this pack. But it's still a decent sized seeder, I'm not gonna lie. But considering the horsepower that I was looking at wanting to maintain, that's about where we stand. Let's take a look on how Paul is doing. Interesting outfit there, Paul. So yeah, he's actually just kind of gotten started for the most part. Looks like he's skipping every other row and looks like he's gonna have a decent headline. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna let him do his thing. When this is good for us to plant, we were gonna get into that and send Paul up to the north field. But I think in the meantime, we're going to call the video there, guys. So as always, if you happen to like what you see, if you catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post and not just select a few here and there. And if you made it this far in my video, guys, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you. And I hope everyone does have a fantastic weekend. So with all that being said, we will catch you in the next episode. Take care. Peace.